Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something which I believe should very much be in the toolbox of every ABI player, and that is countermeasures against ratting. Look, dying to a rat sucks. I get it, it's frustrating. It feels cheap, and it's very tempting to write it off as bad game design or just bad luck. But more often than not, there was something that you could have done differently. Maybe you sprinted through an open area, you didn't check a specific bush, or maybe you ignored your gut feeling about that one weird quiet corner that is normally not quiet. So before you go on complaining about campers or rats or whatever, or blame the game and ask for nerfs, ask yourself the following: did I play this smart? Did I give myself the best chance to survive? And so before we dive into what you can do to give yourself the best chance to survive in these kinds of situations, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. This video is not at all about hating on campers or rats. In fact, I strongly believe that ratting is a perfectly valid playstyle in ArenaBreakoutInfinite, and just because you don't enjoy it, it doesn't mean that other people don't, and doesn't mean that other people shouldn't do it. Just because you don't think it's fun, it doesn't mean that it's not an effective playstyle, and it's 100% part of the game. It's in the nature of extraction shooters. So my first advice to you, before we even get into the actual tips, is to change your mindset and just accept the fact that you will encounter rats and you will die from rats. It's just gonna make the whole experience a lot easier. You don't get to choose how other people play. You can only choose how you play your game and what you will do to try and fight the inevitable. So here are 10 practical tips to help you stop dying to campers and rats. Let's get straight into it. Tip number 1, visually clear all common hiding spots. Bushes, doorways, dark corners, prone spots, check all of them. Use your crosshair, your ears, and most importantly, your brain. Don't assume that an area is safe just because no one should be there. If it looks like a spot that you wouldn't check, that's exactly the reason why somebody would go hide there. Point number 2, don't sprint blindly through the map. Sound in this game is everything. Sprinting around endlessly is exactly how you end up becoming someone's loot piñata. Take your time, move methodically, pause, listen, and sweep your surroundings. The quieter you are, the more information you get, and the more likely that the campers will make a mistake before you do. Tip number 3, sprint through danger zones that you cannot fully clear. Going against what I said in tip number 2, sometimes there are just too many bushes and too many blind spots to possibly check one by one. In that case, you want to use speed to your advantage. Move fast and unpredictably, sprint with sharp movements, go in zigzags, go up and down. Often rats get one shot to really down their kill quickly. And oftentimes, if you move unpredictably, they're going to miss their first shots, which gives you a chance to locate their position and actually fight back. Tip number 4, make a choice and stick with it. Either go full aggressive or full stealth. One of the worst things that you can do in this game is to be indecisive. If you know that someone is near but you don't know exactly where they are, either rat them out or fully on push them. Trying to kind of sneak or kind of push is most likely gonna get you killed. Tip number 5, use grenades and utilities to clear suspected areas. A lot of people hoard their frags like, I don't know, like they're made out of gold. You shouldn't do that. If you're even slightly suspicious, pre-fire a corner, throw a gas grenade, throw a frag grenade, just nade the bush, nade the corner, nade the shadow, so that if anyone is there, you can flush them out. If you're vulnerable to multiple corners at the same time, use a smoke grenade to veil one of your angles, so that you're not vulnerable to multiple angles at the same time. If you're passing through a forest or if you're passing through an open area and you're scared that there might be multiple rats waiting for people to cross that open area, use a smoke grenade to create a veil that can allow you safe passage through that area. Those utilities are in the game for a reason, and yet the majority of players do not use them correctly. Use them. Tip number 6, always path through cover when possible. Try your best to avoid open areas. This is kind of obvious. When you're moving from point A to point B, try to do so sticking close to walls, rocks, trees, buildings, any sort of thing that can give you instant cover if you start getting shot at. Especially with the nerfs that they've made to time to kill in ArenaBreakoutInfinite, you will not often die in just one shot. It's gonna take a few shots to kill you, and so if you're close to cover, the moment that first 1-2 shots hit, you can dive down, or you can sprint around, or you can do something to immediately get behind cover, recompose yourself, and then try to reset the fight. Tip number 7, pre-boost before crossing risky areas. Take painkillers or stims before you move into exposed territory, so that if you get hit, the speed boost might be the only reason that you survive. Honestly, people who wait to heal until after they get shot often don't make it that far. Point number 8, if you're running with a team, use your numbers to clear suspected areas. If you're playing with friends, there is no reason at all that you shouldn't be pushing and clearing areas together. The best part about this is that even if one person in the team gets murdered by a rat, his teammates that should be following close behind can immediately trade the kill and get the teammate who died, they can get their stuff out. Another thing to consider here is that campers usually do not engage if they're outnumbered, because if they miss one shot, they're dead. And even if they kill the first person, they're dead. But if you're not playing together, then the rat has no problem killing you one by one. Tip number 9, and this is something that you should be doing anyway at all times. Stop every now and then to just listen to your surroundings. This is really, really underrated. Every so often, just stop and listen. You'll hear ADS clicks, bag shuffling, movement, tabbing to open the inventory, all little things that you wouldn't notice if you would just W key all over the place. And finally, tip number 10, also super important, learn the maps that you play and learn movements, rotations, spawns, and behavior patterns of other players on these maps. This is probably the most important long-term tip. You have to know the spawn points, you have to know the high traffic areas, you have to know the common red spots of each map. Pay attention early in the raid to where you hear gunfire in relation to where you spawn, because this is going to tell you most likely from which areas to which other areas people are going to be moving. That way, if you know the most likely paths and hiding areas of rats, you can either clear them out using grenades or just using your eyes, or you can even just straight up avoid them. And that's all, guys. I mean, there's a lot to unpack here. It's 10 tips. Some of them may be common sense, but a lot of people don't do this kind of stuff. And then they die and they start complaining that the game is full of rats, that the game is designed like shit, whatever. It's not. Do these things and I promise you that you will minimize the amount to which you get extract camped, the amount to which you get just ratted in corners and bushes and so on. Give yourself the best chance to survive in this game, and you will see that ratting is not going to annoy you anywhere near as much as it otherwise would if you would just be sprinting all over the place. So consider that. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking, consider subscribing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're looking for people to play the game with, please join my Discord. Lots of super chill people there. If you want to support the channel further, consider my membership options. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.